What you see right here is Cotton Bowl Speedway. It's nice and quiet right now because we have completed our 2025 race season. However, it's not going to be quiet for very long. That's because it's time for Oktoberfest 2025 at Cotton Bowl Speedway, Friday and Saturday night, October 10th and 11th. On Friday, our 5 local classes, and they'll be joined by the South Texas Dirt Trucks. On Saturday, again, our 5 local classes of cars, special guest appearance, the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas, and the South Texas IMCA Modifieds. Be sure to check out the Cotton Bowl Speedway Facebook page or racecbs.com for all the event information. We'll see you Friday and Saturday night, October 10th and 11th. It's Oktoberfest 2025. Green flag, green light, let's go racing!
Ladies and gentlemen, sim racing fans of all ages, welcome into the Apex Motor Club Sim Racing Series. I'm Sean Stam, and I'll be bringing you the action tonight as the Mazda MX-5s take on the tight, the technical, the challenge-hungry Circuit de Lédenon. We're set for 35-minute sprint here tonight, so there's no time to waste. Every lap, every minute, every corner, every moment counts. Welcome in here to Stam Studio Network as we are in for a treat. Thank each and every single one of you for joining here tonight as these drivers are ready to put on a show. Quite a few of these drivers and the real-life Apex Motor Club up there in the Arizona regions right outside of Scottsdale. That's pretty special because here in just next weekend's time, I'll be right up there bringing you some Oktoberfest action of their own. Back to some virtual racing action here tonight as we got qualifying just now finishing up on the racetrack. Darren Colby has finished up there, I believe he'll start 13th here tonight. Looks like Garrison Herrera, a newer driver here within the Apex Motor Club Sim Racing Series. He's got Moser Racing on that 777 side on his side here tonight. He's looking to the rock, he's looking to roll, he is out on the track looking to trot down at least 1 to 2 qualifying laps as he'll be coming to that checkered qualifying time this time by. Not able to make it to that start-finish line there early enough. Gerson will have to start there around the 16th position as we'll take a look at our, not only the race information here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but as well as that starting grid brought to you by the Apex Motor Club. If you're out there out of Scottsdale, Arizona, make sure to get your membership down there, as well as racing season is upon us as these cooler temperatures are upon us as well. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, those ladies that are watching down there live in YouTube land, as well as if you're catching the broadcast of it, make sure now's the time, the month to do it. Make sure you're getting everything scanned there, making sure everything is looking a-okay there. So we'll take a look at our race information here tonight. It's we got quite a few turns to work with here. It's right, left, back to the right, back to the left. It's looking like a zipper there in the track map. It's a 67-degree Fahrenheit day here from Circuit de Lédenon, but albeit it is 70-degree Fahrenheit ambient temperatures. Looks like we're going to get a standing start here, so we got to get ready to get to that starting grid. It's going to be Lucas Barnett, Marvin Samayoa. He's looking to go kind of 3 races back to back, as Marvin, he wasn't really able to go back to back after missing last race's grid there, but Marvin feeling a little bit better this week. It'll be Lucas Barnett, Marvin Samayoa, Brandon Birch, Andrew Bound, Stone Colby, Nico Colby up here in the front row, just waiting for these start lights to go out here, waiting for those front 3 red lights, and then they should all start to turn green. Let us know who you got down there live in YouTube lands. Lucas Barnett, Marvin Samayoa, Brandon Birch, Andrew Bound. These are all front runners. We've continued to see the cream rise to the top. Well, right now, it's a standing start here from France. It's Lucas. It's Marvin up here in the front row. Lights are out and it's green flag. We go here heading into turn 1. Welcome into the Apex Motor Club Sim Racing Series. That is Marvin Samayoa, a newer Halloween paint scheme here. He's going to lead them down there all into turn one. It's only until you start to look at Stone Colby and Lucas Barnett that you start to see some side-by-side action. Here's Nico Colby. He's really looked fast within not only the Youth Athlete of the Year running, but as well as down there in the Real Life Apex Motor Club Series. Right now it's Nico Colby gaining one spot since the drop of the green flag. Stone Colby gaining one spot as well. And ladies and gentlemen, don't look now, but it's Marvin Samayoa also gaining one spot since the drop of the green flag. I'll tell you right now, Marvin is on. He's hungry for another race win, looking to go for triple checkered flag action. Brandon Birch there, the Texas driver himself, vehiclebuyers.com. If you're looking to buy, if you're looking to sell, hit them up. But right now, Brandon Birch, he's trying to look down the outside. He doesn't quite have it. Does he have the crossover move? Action happening here into turns. I believe this is 5 and 6 this time by. Stick with us here as I'm still learning the turns as well as everybody down there live in YouTube land. Gerson Herrera out there, driver in the 13th running position, has a black flag. He's going to have to gain, have to pit this first lap by, as it's pretty much green flag between our front runners. It's Marvin Samayoa leading Brandon Birch by about a 10th of a second. Andrew Brown. There you see some still side-by-side action happening between the Burger King, that the 108 triple machine for Lucas Barnett. He's gonna find that inside line there in front. Well, now he's back around the outside line of Michael Tenegretta there. Looks like Lucas Barnett trying to make the crossover move action happening, trying to find that throttle pedal, compromising the corner entry speed for the corner entrance, exit speed. Looks like Lucas Barnett is going to make the spot action happen over Michael Tenegretta. Don't look now, but Joe Rainey, another Apex Motor Club real life racing driver. He's got Rainey Holmes Racing on the side of that 17 Mazda MX-5. Look for this Rainey Holmes Racing machine to really start to slice, dice, work their way through the front of this pack. As this still, front bumper to rear bumper here. It's Brandon Birch and Andrew Bound here starting to look front. It's starting to look side by side, but they're going to continue to single file this run out here between two, it's one vehiclebuyers.com machine as well as Andrew Bound right here. He's not quite out of this battle just yet. Let's hop on board. Let's see these driver inputs here from Andrew Bound. We're hitting upwards of 80 miles per hour here, continuing to see this draft, continuing to see the slipstream run here across the stripe. This time it's going to be into turn 1 and 2. Andrew Bound, he's going to try to look down the inside, but it's as much of a mental as it is a physical game here tonight. Andrew Bound, he does look down the inside. Brandon Birch kind of misses turn 1, turn 2 there. Has to regroup, rearm that vehiclebuyers.com machine for Brandon Birch. Still sits P2. It's Andrew Bound P3. Nico Colby, Youth Athlete of the Year runner-up at the moment. P4. Lucas Barnett to P5. Man, Michael, that's the number 5, the very bright pink and white Mazda MX-5 from MAV Motorsports that we saw a little bit earlier on here into the race, starting to march their way towards the front. But unfortunately, after this last lap, finds themselves back there into P7 of the race. They're trying to, hey, it's okay. You got a long way to go in a short time to get there. These drivers gonna do what they say can't be done for our race fans here tonight. Already putting on a show. If you're just now joining us, my name is Sean Stam, live here on Stam Studio Network. You can hit that little gear icon in the top right or bottom right of your screen. Bump this quality broadcast up to 1440p, as I paid quite a pretty penny for it. So you're gonna be able to see the whites of these drivers' eyeballs head their way down and across the last turn of the track here, heading across the stripe once again. We're gonna work our way a little bit closer towards that competition caution, coming at about minute 17 to 18 of the race right now. The front 3 runners continuing to run the front 3 runners. It's Samayoa to the point. Brandon Birch, Andrew Bound, Nico Colby makes up the 4th running spot. Lucas Barnett drops all the way to P5. Here's a little earlier on in the race. I believe this was our opening lap here from Miles Guerrero. That's Air Force inspired number 72 paint scheme. Tries to make the outside line work there. That really doesn't give us. We got to take the Stam Studio Network drone camera shots. Keep an eye on that. It's kind of that red and gray paint scheme of the Mazda MX-5. Gets a I mean, it's what, maybe a foot too deep into the braking zone there. That's all it takes to get off and onto the, off of the racing line. Have to regroup and rearm there for Guerrero. He's going to find himself now back into P13. All right, we're going to work our way back up and into live conditions here tonight. It's Samayoa once again to the points with a 0.7 of a second gap over at Brandon Birch. And that's no easy task here. We've seen the cream rise to the top time and time again. We've seen Brandon Birch with quite a bit of pace. He's continuing to run with that quite a bit of pace up to P2. Andrew Bound, Lucas Barnett, Nico Colby. He's going to start to have big brother Stone Colby start to knock on that rear bumper as these Mazda MX-5 drivers start to work their way into that real-life racing season here between the Mazda MX-5s here at the Apex Motor Club. Joe Rainey, he's going to get a little bit help off the track there from Michael Tanagretta, the number 5 Mazda MX-5. Is Slater Colby right there behind him. He had a front row view of it. Number 25, keeping rocking, rolling. One spot gains from where Slater qualified here tonight. Hey, we got Marvin, we got Terry down there joining us live on YouTube land. Appreciate you guys and gals joining us week in and week out. We have some very nice battles happening up and down throughout the racetrack. If you just saw it on the right side of your screen, we're going to take a little bit better look at it here. It's Brandon Birch, it's Andrew Bound. I mean, Andrew Bound, talking about a driver with speed, race in and race out after every single race. It doesn't matter if the track, is a little bit more leans to the higher corner speeds. It doesn't matter if it leads to a little bit of the lower corner speeds, but that's Samuel L. Jackson Mazda MX-5. Man, Andrew Bound with 2,700 road course I rating. It's going to be hard to beat. Brandon Birch right there sitting up in P2 with 2,300 road course I rating, trying to reel in our race leader of Samayo with 2,700 road course I rating. Oh, maybe that may constitute just a little bit of pace there. Marvin Samayoa running with that Stam Studio Network Racing broadcast t-shirt. That's about, I would call it 10 to 20 horsepower gain there. He's going to continue to try to find the corner entrance, corner, mid-corner, as well as corner apex speeds. Checkered flags blowing in the wind. Samayoa is going to continue to try and look for these checkered flags blowing in the wind here tonight, as it's really a battle just for P2 there behind him, although it's 0.8 of a second back. He's grinning. Yeah, I think he can hear us right there. Marvin, thank you. Oh my goodness, Marvin, thank you for all that you do for us here. Seriously, man, behind the scenes. I don't want to distract you too much here. Starting to fight for grip there in that number 97 Mazda MX-5. We'll let you get back to some racing action. Samayoa to the point. Birch to P2. Bound to P3. Now joining us down there live on YouTube land. First of all, welcome in here to the old Stam Studio Network, and make sure you mosey your way on over to that horizontal broadcast if you're joining us in there in vertical land. I'm not gonna bite you, but I might tickle you. Anyways, we'll get back up here to the point. It's Samayoa Birch Bound. Oh boy, it's starting to get here tight between our front three runners. And I wouldn't look too far back there, but Lucas Barnett, even Nico Colby, Stone Colby, Slater Colby, the triple Colby action there for 5th, 6th, and 7th. I wouldn't count out any one of these really top 10 drivers with all due respect. We will have that competition caution here in just a few moments time in this battle for the race lead. It continues to heat up. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's broiling between Samayoa, Birch. Here comes Andrew Brown as well. Oh, it's only about 0.3 of a second separating each one of these drivers. Now, I believe we have the virtual driver eye camera here for Andrew Bound. This is the 651. We've seen Andrew Bound here. It's a bird, it's a plane. Once again, it's Andrew Bound to victory lane. He's hunting for at least the final driver interview spot here, as trying to really set up the corner, set up that corner entrance speed, trying to work that. Oh man, I was about to set it up there, but Andrew Bound, as well as Brandon Birch, Marvin Samayoa gonna have to regroup, rearm. We're gonna set up this field once again to some pacing action instead of racing action. As you see in the top left of your screen, this yellow flag is out. So just talking about the top three there, Lucas Barnett, starting up there in P2, you gotta shout out to your Lucas Barnett, and as well as keep your eyeball on the 108 here on this race restart. He's gonna have triple Colby action there behind him, as well as some look at the popcorn there on the track. It's gonna feel like popcorn on the tires, but we'll get back to that in a few moments time. It's triple Colby action for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Nico leading Stone, leading Slater. Then you got the Radiomes Racing drivers for Joe Rennie, Michael Tanagretta right there behind him, Jake Steckler, Darren Colby, Kevin Keefe, Michaels Guerrero, Stefan Astbury, Warren Johnson, and Garrison Herrera. As I was just mentioning there, that you saw there on at least the last camera shot, if you run just the slightest bit offline, there's really not too much you can do before you start to run in that the really dirty part of the racetrack. That's something that these Apex Motor Club MX-5 drivers, any sort of drivers out there at the Apex Motor Club, with all due respect, it's out there in the desert. There's nothing you can do if you're the track owner, or if you're trying to keep operations down there behind you. You're going to get a little bit of dust. You're going to get a little bit of sands out there on the track. And well, right now that's what these these sim life drivers are going to have to deal with, the real life drivers are going to have to deal with in the sim here tonight. Is we're going to deal with a little bit of unfavorable track conditions on this race restart. It's going to be Marvin Samayoa to the point, Brandon Birch, Andrew Bound, Lucas Barnett, Nico Colby, Stone Colby, Slater Colby. It'll be after that Joe Rainey, Michael, Jake Steckler, Darren Colby, Kevin Keefe, Miles Guerrero, Stefan Astbury. My name is Sean Stam, live down here in Stam Studio Network. Appreciate each and every single one of you joining. I'll be live here bringing you some Apex Motor Club real life broadcast here for just in 2 weeks time for Oktoberfest, as well as the season opener for the real life Apex Motor Club MX-5 Sim Racing Series in just 3 weeks time. Thank you each and all for joining us here tonight. We'll be right back here with you up here in the booth as we'll get this field scrunched, bunched, back and ready to go. Thanks everybody.
What you see right here is Cotton Bowl Speedway. It's nice and quiet right now because we have completed our 2025 race season. However, it's not going to be quiet for very long. That's because it's time for Oktoberfest 2025 at Cotton Bowl Speedway, Friday and Saturday night, October 10th and 11th. On Friday, our 5 local classes, and they'll be joined by the South Texas Dirt Trucks. On Saturday, again, our 5 local classes of cars, special guest appearance, the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas, and the South Texas IMCA Modifieds. Be sure to check out the Cotton Bowl Speedway Facebook page or racecbs.com for all the event information. We'll see you Friday and Saturday night, October 10th and 11th. It's Oktoberfest 2025. Green flag, green light, let's go racing!
Alrighty, welcome back here live in the Stam Studio Network. It's Sean Stam back up here live in the booth. I think we got a special guest here in a few moments' time. But speaking of a few moments' time, it's Marvin Samayoa, Brandon Birch, and Andrew Bound here after this quick competition caution that will lead us to the start of this race. I think he's getting a little bit of a mic check action happening here, but I think we got one of the league owners, Warren Johnson. He's about to start a new season or two himself there for the West Coast Sim Racing League. Warren Johnson, this is Sean Stam live up here in the booth as we start to look side by side with here through the field. You got yourself a copy?
I'm here, Sean. You got me?
Hey, loud and clear, Warren. How are you doing on this wonderful race evening? Hopefully the date went well and we are back now live for some race action.
No, I canceled that to race tonight.
Boo.
And then I just started wrecking. So, but that's okay. We're having a good old time up here. You got your stream for me? I can see.
Oh, good call there. We'll get back to some live green flag racing action happening here. Is this going to be Samayoa to the point? Andrew Bound here is side by side with Brandon Birch there through turns 2 and 3. Man, this is a tough, tricky track here, especially on some cooler tires. Marvin Samayoa, he's working his way through the tough technical portion, but don't look now. Nico Colby, Lucas Barnett trying to make some speed, some pace action happening here.
Absolutely, yeah. This track is extremely difficult, especially you nailed it. It's the cold tires here are ridiculously bad, and this track just it's like sandpaper on these tires. The whole practice after 6 laps, your tires are dead, and this is an extremely difficult track to manage your tires on. But these drivers are doing a great job. I mean, look at Brandon Birch up there in third. You know, let's go to Brandon because he has been on a heater the last few months. It seems the last few races of West Coast, he was all over. He wanted 3rd place, and I think he's going to get it this next season for season 3. He's gonna be on the podium. He has been on fire recently, so good shout out to him.
Man, you're exactly right here. Brandon Birch continues to show the speed, the pace. As we have a spin there in the back. That's Stone Colby.
No, that's one of the front runners. Let's see if he can get back on pace here. See if he can catch the rest of that pack. Well, let's see what happened here. It's just him and his brother. Uh-oh. Stone and Slater, the twins collide. Oh! Just got right of that's a racing incident. He can't really avoid that. That's tough around that turn, and any little upset of the car is just going to completely spin it around here.
Not only is that tough for Stone and Slater, but I mean, hopping on board with Joe Rainey of the Rainey Homes Racing Machine, I mean, just about nowhere to go. He's probably going to get away with no damage, but quite a bit of pace lost.
Yeah, no damage in these races, so thankfully. But yeah, he got through there fairly cleanly. Let's check out the rest of this. What do we got here? We got still Marvin's, and look who's going for the lead. Andrew Bound, but Marvin's going to, oh my goodness, Nico. Through goes Nico. Oh my goodness. That was an insane move from Nico Colby. Look at how far back Andrew Bounds to P5 after that. He was going for the lead, now into P5. Brandon right back into P2. He's taking advantage of that. Lucas Barnett, P3. He's defending Andrew Bound and Slater Colby there. Or that's Andrew and Marvin, my bad. And wow, what a move. What a little complex of turns there. That was crazy, Sean.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a replay at that action here in a few moments' time, but I don't think we have enough time for it here, as here comes Brandon Birch once again to knock on that rear bumper. Well, that looks like somebody's home. It's going to be Nico Colby after quite a few spots gained here through the elevation hungry circuit to Lédenon, climbing the hill. This time through the stripe is Colby to the point, but don't look now.
Look at
Brandon Birch, Barnett, Samayoa, they're right there with him.
Go for it, Brandon. He got a way better run coming up the hill. He wanted to bump him. He's helping out Nico, but he can't sit there. He's got Lucas Barnett right behind him. That's a professional racer. Right there, he gets spun. Oh no! Look at that. No, that's the Warren Tater curse. Marvin Samayoa spinning. That's the real Marvin Tater curse right there. He spun that guy. Oh man, let's take a replay. Marvin looks dejected. Let's take a look at what happened.
he looks dejected, but always a smile there on Samayo there as we're on, not quite frankly on board with him. A little bit too deep there into the corner. He puts the Burger King crown on there. A little bit too much contact. It sends the 108 around.
You know, they looked clean until Andrew came in and kind of cleaned them both out. Marvin looks like he corrected him a little bit, and then Andrew was just right there to finish the spin. So, yeah, unfortunate for those drivers, but they're quick. They're some of the fastest drivers here. They'll get right back up there.
It does kind of blow that this is after that competition caution, as well as with as much speed and pace that they've had. But it is kind of it's kind of fun that we're going to get back up here to the point, as it's going to be Nico Colby as well as Brandon Birch. I mean, this Brandon Birch, he's sitting kind of the captain, the bridesmaid position here, kind of throughout the whole race. Right now, he's 0.3 of a second down to this race lead. Right now, Warren, only about 15 minutes ago, if my math is math, and the 36 is looking like his pace is pacing. I mean, don't look now, but I mean, it's 3 wide for P4, 5, and 6.
Oh my goodness, 3 wide here. Jake Steckler, Slater, Colby. And you know, Slater is in P4. He just got back from a 2-week trip in Italy. He was feeling rather rusty coming into this race.
Oh,
and
sure.
he was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be in the back of the pack." Me and him were practicing together, spinning everywhere. Look, he's found himself into P3 now. For P3, Slater, he's gonna get a look. He's rejuvenated. That vacation was all he needed to get back on the podium.
Yeah, I heard that one once or twice there from the Slater Colby machine. He's worked his way 6 spots gained since the drop of the green. And right now, how about this? It's Brandon Birch to the race lead as Slater Colby works his way to P3, Nico Colby to P2, and it's Brandon Birch to the point.
Come on, Brandon. I'm rooting for Brandon so hard. I want this dude to win races, man. I've watched him progress from being in the back with me to now, look, leading one of the hardest races on the hardest tracks of the whole year that we've raced. And now he's in the lead. I'm proud of this guy, man. I want my man Brandon in the lead. Let's go for the win. He's my pick of the race.
Man, he's continuing to put the offense down here tonight. He's going to have to play not only the physical, but the mental defense here over Nico Colby. We know what pace, what speed this Mazda MX-5 driver has. It's not only in the sim as well, but it's TwoVehicleBuyers.com machines going nose to tail right now. Man, Warren, we're starting to get to the nitty-gritty. It's 0.5 of a second, and it's only 6 seconds back to Slater and Michael and Jake battling for that final driver interview spot.
Yeah,
oh, we got a big one.
Oh my goodness, there's the big one. Andrew Bound involved again. Who else is there? Looks like Darren Colby, Stephen Astbury.
Oh, Darren made it through A-okay.
Darren. So it looked a little maybe bigger than it was. Let's check that out again.
Let's see. Oh,
Miles Guerrero.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
no, Warren, you got me with something I can't do there as the roll the old R's. Oh, God, look at Bound.
Guerrero. Total, well.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
it was Darren Colby.
Yeah, a little dive bomb action there into Darren. Yeah, you know, that first turn is extremely difficult. I don't know if I'd be making moves in there, but you know, he's a little bit faster than me, but I don't know, maybe something happened. I know Darren was having trouble with his rig. Maybe that happened. Something had to do with that. But yeah, Andrew Bound not having a good race today anymore.
Back up here to the point. It's a battle for the race lead. Only 1/10.5. Well, back down to just 1/10 of a second separating Brandon Birch. Just Nico Colby. Well, let us know down there who you got down there live in YouTube land. We got Moonlight Dancer, Terry joining us down there. We got some side. It's continuing to run nose to tail for the moment. But as we continue to crush 12 and 11 minutes ago, I'm wondering if Nico Colby's going to school right now over Brandon Birch.
Well, he's going to school in real life for sure, but we're going to see if he's going to go to school with it. Brandon Birch here coming down to the wire. This is going to be a hell of a battle. We still got about 10 minutes left, though. So, you know, I think he's going to be patient. He's going to bide his time, and we're going to see what's going to transpire here. P3 still belongs to Slater Colby. He's already a second ahead of Michael Tanagretta, he's in P4. Look at him. He's way up there. We don't usually see him up that high. That's good for him. Jake Steckler not far behind in P5, only a half second back. Lucas Barnett trying to catch up after that mid-race spin. He's doing a good job. Looks like Marvin and him are 6 and 7, 6-7, and they're gonna get right back up there, and hopefully go to 5-6 and 4-5 possibly. Darren already made up a spot there on Miles Guerrero. He's making his way back through the field. He's got a black flag though, so we'll see what happens there. But look at this. No. I don't know. This is not my league. Nico's on that type of stuff pretty good, so he'll be all right.
Warren, if you can, if you don't mind, take us through a whole lap here around Circuit de Lédenon, battling for the race lead as well.
Yeah, this isn't going to be a very good walkthrough. I absolutely suck ass at this track as we come through this sort of long left-hander. It's like the radiuses are changing, and you're understeering, you're oversteering, you're working on the brakes, and you're working on your line. That's a completely ridiculous turn. You come down the hill here, you got to get on the brakes early, slow the car down. I found that going through here in second gear was a little bit more stable, but Nico has a little bit better control than me, and he's in first. Coming up to this turn, these are like the little fingers right here. Every one of these complexes are the same but different. As you can see, it's like these super wide double apex turns that just decreasing radius, increasing radius. It's all over the place with this track. You come down the hill, there's no need to brake there. It's just a small lift. All the way up. This is probably the funnest turn on the track right there. I really like, but it's easy to go wide there on the left-hand side. Coming down to the final of the three fingers, as you can call them. Got to be really careful with the braking. Don't spin it here because it's off camber going downhill. Keeps it clean through there. All the way down to the final hairpin coming up the hill. Let's see who gets the better run here. Let's stay right here. Looks like they're going to be the same. I like to brake a little earlier there, and you can get on the throttle earlier, and that seemed to help me a little bit. But again, I'm out of the. Still live, brother.
Alrighty, apologies here for that quick little hiccup here on Sam Studio Network, but we're still moving, we're still grooving, and it's still Brandon Birch versus, that's the only Nico Colby battling here for the race lead. Warren Johnson is up here in the booth, and I mean, it's where we get to the nitty, the gritty. It's 7 minutes to go. It's vehicle buyers versus vehiclebuyers.com. Hey, if you're looking to buy, if you're looking to sell, vehiclebuyers.com, overstockvehicles.com as well. It's Birch for the race lead.
Look at those brake rotors glow into that final turn coming up the hill here. I don't think we ever lost live. It was on the whole time when I was watching it.
Oh, okay, good deal.
Either way, we're still here. Sorry for any language that you may or may not have heard.
Yeah.
But that's not a really a big factor here. We're all free speech advocates. Let's look at Jake Steckler has made his way into P3. What happened to Slater Colby's in P8? There must have been an incident.
Oh, God.
Slater Colby down. It's okay. There was a crazy battle for the lead, so we didn't catch that one, and I don't think Slater will be too upset with us missing that, whatever happened to him. But look, congrats to Jake Steckler getting back into P3. He's got a second on Michael Tenegretta, so I think he's going to be staying in P3. But this battle for the lead here this is good. These guys are bump drafting. They're drafting each other. This is a super good race from these guys. I'm totally rooting for Brandon. I want to see him get the dub tonight. Look at those brake rotors glow on that light Miata. Making them work, putting them to work here at Lédenon. And the braking is so important here. It's just a wild track, honestly. Not for me, not my type of track. You won't see this track in West Coast Sim Racing, that's for sure. So, but yeah, no, this is quite impressive from these two. Again, to Brandon, I don't mean to be glazing Brandon the whole race, but I mean, this guy he started in the back with me. You know, when I first started racing with him, he was, you know, not as fast as the others. And I'm just saying, the last 6 months, he has just absolutely been on it, leading races, podiums, top fives all around. And you see him leading on this super difficult track here. And even we had a race on Monday. We did the Audi 90 GTOs, and if you've ever raced that car, you know how much of a handful it can be. And he smoked everybody at Watkins.
Really?
Smoked everybody. He says it's his new favorite car, even. So just impressive. He's been really putting in the work, and it's good to see him in the lead. We're hoping for him to get on the podium in next season for West Coast.
Man, Warren, I was wanting to join that race with you. I'm just surprised that the Audi, what is it, the G9?
Audi 90 GTO.
Yeah, the Audi 90 GTO. I'm just so surprised that it's not already vintage content. I don't even think it's any part of official content. But it's a really fun car to race, as that I've seen is what it sounds like as well. I wish I had some split screen action here tonight though, because we have a 4/10 of a second battle action here happening between our race leader, and it's a 3/10 of a second battle action happening here between Jake Steckler for that final driver interview spot. Michael Tenegretta as well as Lucas Barnett is right there with him for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Man, things are starting to get good here with these last 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, Lucas Barnett's made his way back up quite nicely. Slater's still P8, but Lucas he's fought his way back after that incident early on. Ooh, right on the bumper. That was nice. You see Marvin right behind him as well. Brandon Birch, Nico Colby, 10th apart. Nico's starting to sniff. He's starting to be right there. But we're gonna see. Half a second, 0.4, going up and down. So these guys are in a heated battle. Look at that gap between them and P3, which is a hell of a battle between Jake Steckler, Michael Tenegretta, and Lucas Barnett. Marvin Samoya just kind of lagging behind there too. He's just waiting to see if these guys mess it up, and he's gonna pounce. So Marvin's got a chance to make 3 spots up right here, and it's gonna be close. It's getting close between the leaders again, 0.1. Oh, Nico's taking a peek down the hill as they come around. He's going to sit back right there. He's biding his time just like before. Yellow flag for Nico. Looks like he just went off track a little bit. Kept it clean, though. Jake Steckler still P3. What do we got down the line? Joe Rainey behind Marvin. He's 5 seconds back on Marvin. Joe Rainey, Slater behind him for another 4 seconds. And then 8 seconds to Kevin Keefe. Darren Colby, 2 seconds behind him. Miles Guerrero, 16 seconds behind Darren. Stephen Asbury is another 10 seconds behind him. Stone is out of the race. Myself is out of the race. And what's his name is out of the race. Andrew Bound. So lots of popular names there, including myself, out of this race. Andrew, Warren, and Stone, but I'm not anywhere near as skillful as these guys. So it's look at this, 3 wide. Oh, dude, Marvin, look at Marvin. He smartly got back. He's waiting and biding his time to see when he can make this move, because if they're racing like that already, you know there's going to be a mistake somewhere along the line, especially with this track. And let's take a quick look at Marvin's car. You notice his wife, I believe has made a new livery for him. That's her comic. It's a comic book that she's like illustrating and publishing. As he's going to make a move on the inside of Jake Steckler. Nice clean pass there for Marvin Samayoa. But yeah, his wife, his lady friend, made a nice livery for him, and he's out there supporting her and her comic book dream there, as you could say. And that's always nice to see. His other livery she made for him also, so that's quite cool to see.
Man, well said. That's pretty dang special. And right now, Samayoa continues to really put that scheme in paint scheme in a really special spot, almost down into that final driver interview spot. But as we make our way across the the stripe here, we should be making our way across the way into the white flag this lap by. It's Brandon Birch, it's Nico Colby. Right now, I mean, Warren, we have 4/10 of a second separating our 2 front runners. What is it going to take for either Brandon Birch to win this race or Nico Colby to try and sneak through and try to win it himself?
He's got to just stick with it, stick what he's doing, and just go with it. What he's doing is working. Nico's got to find a way around Brandon. This is Brandon's race to lose here.
I mean, Brandon Birch continues to put down the lap times. It's been time and time again. Brandon Birch has been knocking on that kind of the driver interview spot there as well as the race lead. Oh, Nico Colby gets loose as a goose.
Loosey goosey, lost the 10th there off of that. Are we on the white flag officially? Are we coming down to the line here?
We should definitely be.
Wow, yeah, look at this. We're coming down to the last couple turns of the lap here. Nico Colby hunting down Brandon Birch. We're going to see who's going to get this win. My money's on Brandon. He is hard charging tonight. He's going to get this win. Nico a little wide coming into this final turn. He's trying to get a better exit. Oh, he didn't quite get there. Coming down the hill to the final turn of the race. I don't know what's going to happen here. They're coming down to the final little S section. Nico's going to try to get a good exit. He's not going to get it. Brandon Birch is going to take this one down. Nico doesn't have the run. Brandon Birch to the win for tonight at Circuit Day Lédenon. Congratulations, Brandon Birch. What a drive, man. What a drive. Unbelievable.
It's Birch finally conquering one there. Oh, I hope they're still alive there. Colby takes away P2. Here comes Lucas Barnett. How about it? That Mazda MX-5 108 takes away P3. Samayoa. Oh, there you see Steckler work. He's dead.
You get that AMR safety team down there quickly.
Yeah,
Lucas Barnett, that's probably him and Brandon drivers of the day. Lucas was all the way down, I think, into P10 at some point, came back to podium. That's very impressive in that Burger King mobile. So congrats to him. Congrats to all the drivers today. Look at these guys. Oh, my goodness.
This
is the fun part. Slater, yeah, wow.
Oh, no.
What a finish that was. Well, congrats to Brandon. Congrats to Nico Colby and to Lucas Barnett there, rounding out the top 3. As we get prepared for some driver interviews, how about it, Sean?
Man, what a race. What a finish here for lots of these vehicle buyers and overstockvehicles.com drivers. We had lots of these drivers for Apex Motor Club Sim Racing League out here racing with us, and as well as some drivers out here putting on a show for the race fans. That was a lot of fun to watch. Thank you all for joining here on Stam Studio Network. Sean Stam, Warren Johnson up here in the booth as we'll get these official race results here scrolling across your screen, as well as meet up with our top 3 driver interviews. What a race, what a win it was, therefore. It'll be Brandon Birch to victory lane, Nico Colby, Lucas Barnett, Samayoa, Michael Tenegretta, Jake Steckler, Slater Colby, Joe Rainey, Kevin Keefe, and how about old Darren Colby rounding out the top 10, father of the trio bunch.
Yeah, that's a good top 10 there. Great result for most of those drivers, and unfortunate for the guys in the back, Stone, Andrew, myself, and Gerson. I had an incident with Gerson. I took him out on the first lap. Not really took him out, but I spun and it rolled back into him. Nothing I could do. So unfortunately for them. But yeah, I'm looking forward to these driver interviews. I'm gonna hop into that interview room, into the Apex chat, and let you take it from here.
Hey, sounds good, Warren. I'll definitely bring you up there for a couple of those interviews. Stick with us here on the old SSN. We'll be right back with you here in just a few moments' time. Man, I feel, I feel bad there just a little bit for Nico Colby. It was back and forth there, up there in the front of the pack. But we'll get to these top 3 driver interviews, as well as Marvin Samuel. He up there had him with it. Which is one moment's time. Okay, I got too.
Dude, I already posted it though, dude.
That's too late. Which one was you talking? Get rid of Mount Panorama and.
Okay. I felt bad. I kind of. I'll drag down here the race. I can't drag him down. God dang it. Okay, we got Lucas Barnett. We got Nico Colby. There's the race winner, Brandon Birch. Hey, Brandon, this is Sean Stam live down here in virtual Victory Lane. You got yourself a copy, man.
I'm here.
Well, Brandon, finally making the checkered flag sticker happen, finally making your way to virtual Victory Lane. What did it take here tonight as it was side by side, back and forth? Man, that was a lot of fun to watch there, Brandon versus Nico.
Yeah, it was fun for sure. It was very slippery. The tires gave out pretty early, so we were just kind of trying not to spin, honestly, towards the end there. But, you know, there were some spots where I was losing time, and I was trying to figure out how to keep the momentum up and keep going with the smoked tires. So that's pretty much it.
Well, that's pretty well said. We saw the short run speed for you there, Brandon, especially in qualifying. I believe you qualified P3. Came out here with the speed, with the long run pace, coming out here with the checkered flag. Brandon, not only how did you make it happen, but man, who we shouting out? Who made it happen there for you behind the scenes here tonight?
Overstockvehicles.com if you want to buy a car, vehiclebuyers.com if you want to sell one. All the Colbys, Nico, everybody always helped me out on the sim. It's helped a lot, so appreciate it.
Man, it definitely certainly looks like it there, Brandon. Congratulations on the race win once again. Have a great rest of your night. Pop the champagne, man. Alrighty, I believe the old Warren Johnson is down there in virtual victory lane. He's caught up with our P2 driver. It's going to be the Nico Coulter down there.
Absolutely, yeah, and just quick, oh, he already left. I was going to say congrats to Brandon. We were calling that one. But yeah, Nico, congrats on your P2, man. How was that driving behind Brandon? He was defending well and you guys both had an amazing race tonight.
Yeah, Birch definitely had good pace today. He was playing good defense today, and he got lucky today because his wheel didn't disconnect during his race. So that was good.
Thankfully that didn't happen. And it always sucks seeing that happen because he's usually like top 5 when this stuff's happening to him.
Usually has quick pace during that.
Yeah, so thank goodness tonight that he was able to hold, or his wheel was able to hold on, and he was able to hold on for that win. So yeah, so tell us about this track. What did you think of the track? How was the conditions at the end of the race compared to the beginning of the race with the tires? Take us through it.
Yeah, at first when I was practicing, I didn't like the track too much, but once we started racing, it was fun. But towards the end, I was trying to catch Birch, but there was like just no way because the tires were just sketchy.
Yeah, we saw a couple times where you were getting loose at the top, like the cresting over the hills and those like kind of double apex turns we were talking about in practice. I saw you getting loose, cutting the rear end loose there, and yeah, that was it looked very difficult trying to chase him down. I mean, he had the crazy pace in this track, and like I was telling Sean, he used to not be in the front, he used to be in the back with me, and now he's winning races at the toughest tracks. And then he won the Audi race too in one of the toughest cars. He's doing really good.
He's definitely got better, for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely, and hey, you're improving as well. I mean, you're fighting for the win almost every race now, it seems. So we definitely look forward to the future races. We look forward to West Coast races, seeing you up there on the podium this season, most likely. And
oh yeah, I'll be there.
Absolutely,
I'll be in that West Coast. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Awesome, yeah, we know. Yeah, we're gonna be out there.
And
yeah, we're gonna have all the guys.
I hate to impede on your interview here, Warren, but I just have a real quick question for Nico. Are you going to be out there for Oktoberfest, Nico?
I think so.
Oh, hell yeah. There we go. I'll be out there as well. So, Nico, I can't wait there for you, man. And, Warren, sorry. I'll throw it back to you.
Oh, you're good. No, you're good. Yeah, I was going to close it out there. I've done that to you a couple times. So, no, but congrats, Nico, on your P2, man. Really well-driven race, and look forward to seeing you on the next one.
Thank you.
All right, Sean, close her out. P3 with Lucas Barnett.
Lucas Barnett, hey, this is the one, the only. Sean, stand up here in the booth. Get yourself a copy.
I got you, man.
Man, we're over here in France. You're going to find your way up to P3. I believe you qualified up there on the pole, but still making the driver interview spot here work tonight. It was hard battling there for that final driver interview spot. How did you make it happen? And as well as that pace, I mean, you were putting down, your best lap was a 1:33.28. That you were flying in that Burger King machine.
Yeah, man, I had a rough start. It's been a while since I've been on the sim, so I actually, with that standing start, forgot to put it in first.
Oh.
So I went back to like 8th or 9th, and then battled my way back up to 4th, and then got hit on the rear quarter panel, back to 12th, I think, and yeah, just focus on putting in clean laps. I don't think I had the pace that Brandon Birch and Nico had, but yeah, consistency is key.
Well, it was definitely a lot of fun to watch there. You're working your way up to the front. Well, you were up at the front. You were kind of worked your way through midfield, then back up to the front. You found yourself Lucas Barnett. Congratulations on it. And who we shout now to makes this all happen here for you tonight, man?
Well, I appreciate you being here, and for the guys organizing this league, it's been a blast getting into this. You know, I've always done a lot of those official races, and it's cool to find a community of guys who are good at racing, and it's a blast. So appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lucas. That goes there a long, long ways there behind the scenes. Not only up here in the booth, but as well as for these drivers. A lot of fun to watch here. Thanks for putting on a show, and congratulations on the top 3 finish, man.
Thanks. See ya.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, sim racing fans of all ages, I believe that's going to do it here for us up on the old Stam Studio Network. I thank each and every single one of you once again from the bottom of my heart, as this could not be done without the racers for putting on a show for the race fans, as well as you race fans down there live in YouTube chats. Real quick, before we get going, we had quite a few chats here tonight. Moonlight Dancer, Warren Johnson, Drew Olaran, F1 Cool, Ted Wilbur joining us as well. Warren with another donation. That was a lot of fun. Warren, thank you for your donations tonight and last night. Real quick, Warren, before we let you get going, I think you got a little bit something cool, a little bit something special to talk about. It's a new race season, especially broadcasted here on SSN coming up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're starting our new season 3 is starting November, the first week of November, every Monday and Thursday, just like before. Registrations are open, so go on to the West Coast Sim Racing Instagram page. You got the links all there. I'm sure Sean will get the links on these races coming up soon. And yeah, registrations are open. So please, if you'd like GR86s Monday night, 6:30 p.m. start time. We do those every week. We're gonna have a 12 race season. Then Thursdays is our GT Challenge series, which we've kind of migrated away from multi-class, and now we're just swapping every week, GT3, GT4. And then just seeing who is just the most consistent overall, and that's going to be a good series. Our scheduling was perfect, I believe, this time around. Everyone has said that the schedules are awesome, so be sure to check those out and stay tuned for more information.
That's well said there, Warren. Thank you so much for your time up here in the booth. It's a lot of fun to watch you out here on track, especially, hey, you're coming back to some league ownership, and you definitely, like you said, you continue to pick the best car and track combos possible. Can't wait to cover some more, some West Coast Sim racing action. Thank you so much for having me back, Warren. Thank you so much for joining us up here in the booth. We're gonna get going here. Make sure everybody catches their virtual flights home safe and their virtual drives home safe. We can catch you next time here on the Stam Studio Network. Sean Stam, Warren Johnson. We're gonna close it out here tonight. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Until next time, have a great rest of your night, everybody. Thank you so much.